So Covert Narcissism 2025, somewhere end of November, I think we are at. I'm more prepared. It's good for you to know that I'm in a disastrous situation still. But now I'm feeling pretty balanced to be able to provide information in a better way. But many times I can imagine, I don't know, that many of us don't make it in life. To come out from the hell. So maybe most of us never get the chance to share about our knowledge in a balanced state, in a balanced situation. I do think that there is definitely hope for it. In my case, for instance, there is hope. There's always hope as long as we are alive. But that's not the thing. We are extremely privileged victims, I will say targets of covert narcissism, and anyone in a psychologically pushed in the corner situation where you can't see any way out. Why we are privileged is that now I'm talking about us who have lived this hell all our lives, is that we have been pushed to look for reality. In a way, I guess we chose reality before the lies, like narcissists did. So we were in exactly the same situation. We are just the lucky ones among the narcissists who had the courage to choose reality. But there is more difference also, but yeah, there's definitely like similarities, similarities in our situation in the past. I believe just that narcissists maybe they lived all the hell that we covered narcissistic targets have suffered all our lives. They had accumulated all the suffering intensively the first years of their lives, when they then chose the way life, reality, Okay, now I try to focus on what I'm supposed to focus on. I have prepared this time, and I'm glad to see what I have written here. So this time I want to focus on the covert part of specifically covert narcissistic parents, caretakers, but these could apply to any covert manipulative operations. I can imagine like CIA, FBI, or whatever they are called. The most covered part, like, oh yeah, oh hell yeah. But I believe being raised all your life is hell much worse than being a target of done by these organizations, because it's not private, it's not personal, it's not about your emotional value. Okay, so most parents, I mean all good parents, they are proud of their child's success, right? Even narcissistic parents can be proud because they see the child to be successful and it's like an extension of themselves. I can imagine there are also covert narcissistic parents that are like that. In my case, and cases like my case, the parents, they don't want the child to do any success. In order to prevent, if when the child is successful, let's say singing or whatever, like get a title, to prevent this child to be approved and recognized and loved by anyone else. I mean, that's what covert narcissism is about. But I do understand that there can be same level of hell. Let's say a famous artist, singer or actor or something that grew up with covert narcissists, and they love them, the child so much, they made them to a singer or actor with a beautiful future and everything done for, and everybody envies this person. Actually, I can understand that. I can recognize myself, and I just imagine all my upbringing. I felt the pain with, for instance, Michael Jackson. Maybe he wasn't raised by covert narcissists, I don't know. But this loneliness, to only be exposed to fake love by the entire world. And it's so similar to my situation, yet considered as complete opposites. Like I'm completely fraud, like I didn't succeed with anything. They did completely succeed, but emotionally we experienced the same self-doubt. And when I talk about self-doubt, is this: do I even exist? Because I'm being treated what I am not. So nobody is talking to me as I am, but something that I am not. So yeah. So that's, I guess it's called the dissociative. I'm speaking Spanish every day, so I'm losing English, which is not my native anyway. I should stop saying okay. So the covert part, like focusing on the covert narcissism. Now I'm supposing that you know what is narcissism versus psychopathy. And focusing on in the role of caretakers. So the caretakers, a caretaker that is a covert narcissist could, for instance, want to choose a target that they can follow all the target's life, and the perfect target for a covert narcissist is controlling a child from very beginning, from birth to death. That's I can let me know if you can imagine anything that is worse as a target for a covert narcissist. And to what makes them covert? They make appear to the rest of the world and also to the child, the target, to be the saviors of the target, and to make the child appear as if it was born with defect personality. They never did the errors. The child just turned out to become worthless. And they are loving and caring parents. And this covert narcissist, why they also like to have another one to confirm next to them, like a partner, because then it's 2 against 1, you see. And a covert narcissist can never abuse a child unless the partner also agrees to doing that the activity is going on. I used to think my mother is Asperger, like so the other one that is just observing. Either the person must be so simple-minded, and it still doesn't make sense. So I have viewed bad about Asperger disorder, and I'm wrong on that. I'm very sorry about it. I don't think I have criticized Asperger disorder to people, but in my mind I have thought because Asperger they can still care, just they misunderstand the situations, for instance. Okay. So now I'm just like putting you down with all this, how they are manipulating us, how they are destroying us slowly, and there's no way out. Oh, hell yeah, there is a way out. I'm out of it, even though I keep on suffering. I'm out of it by means that I do understand. And that's what I want in the final video, like the summary. Once I am giving out all this, and maybe someone of you guys, possible targets or even non-targets, trying to understand, you can find some understanding and relate already. Connecting the dots, you know. You might not see the whole picture, or maybe you already see the whole picture. That would be fantastic. Okay. Again, I'm sorry. So how they prevent the target from knowing for sure that they are being abused. How to make them doubt themselves, continuously doubt themselves. As a caretaker. Well, what's expected? Like, I love you, saying that. And normally, loving parents, they say I love you, and the child feels it. These covert abusers, they say I love you, and the child doesn't feel it. They want the child to think, and others around, that this child doesn't feel it because she or he is defect, can't get it, just can't. It's not the parents' fault, it's the child. But the idea from these abusers is that the child won't feel the love, just that the child thinks that the child knows that the parents do love me, and this is the love. This is how love feels. It doesn't feel much at all. The child feels that my parents are thinks that my parents are just such loving, wonderful people. And that's it. There's no looking for other type of love. Because you think that you know what love is, and that's what they taught, okay? There's no physical abuse. That's one way of, another way of preventing the child from knowing that abuse is going on. I mean, there could be a physical abuse, but this type of abusers, they don't want you to pick on anything for anyone outside to make them realize that you're being abused. Anyway, if you would be physically abused and you reach out for the emotional abuse, because the physical abuse doesn't even hurt, it's nothing. People will feel sorry for you for the physical abuse that didn't even hurt. And that's painful because you're not being understood for the much larger pain that you're going through. The truth. Okay? Yeah, and the absence of concrete, direct verbal abuse. So it's not only no physical abuse, but also no concrete emotional abuse. Like you can take an example. Tell your psychologist or anyone, your possible boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. And they satisfy. They cover all the needs. All these type of abusers, they cover all the requirements by authorities to to satisfy a child's needs. That is food, clothes, and all the practical things. So they are, of course, covered. So the ones that are abused with no food or no healthy food or broken clothes, they can reach out and get help because they just tell what the problem is. And us, with this type of abuse, yeah, we might lack of food, we might have broken clothes, and if we reach out telling those, then we get wrong directed of understanding, because that's not what we suffer from. I really hope this video is gonna be listened to by as many as possible. But these are so important things. Not only to recognize me, but anyone in my situation. Because we are extremely aware of the meaning of our existence. We have so much to give. And once we are recognized by just one person in this world for the true suffering we are going through, we are free and we have so much to give. Because we have developed an emotional understanding to the way of true happiness, I would say. And I would say I cannot help you guys, the ones who are not. I'm very self-critical, and that's good. That's what we are good at. My own child is an example. I'm still struggling to teach my child to see the point. She has just reached an age where she could perceive, listen, and to try to understand. However, she's in a situation where there's no time to barely be around me right now. So I'm starting with you guys, and slowly, like on the side, definitely with my daughter or son. Now I revealed it, sorry. Can anyone delete that word that I just mentioned? In the end, the only way, oh, let's see. Oh, that's how many minutes? 20 minutes, okay. I'll go to the next, but this is definitely continuation to the next. Please continue. I'm sorry